Alright, guys. We are ready to do some serious stuff here. So there's a new event going on, and in this event, you need 40 Marnie stones filled up. I've not been doing any of this up to this point, so this is gonna be day one. Day one. Um, not too hard. I need to grind anyways, and I have already grabbed the Marnie stones. As you can see right here, I got the Marnie stones already, so I got some polyforest ones I'm going to go to after this. And we have the fattest habitat. So we're going to do the fattest to start out with because I'm going to pop an XP buff here in a second. I'm just waiting until I get closer to the area before I do it. It's now. It's 5:13. I'm not going to do this. I'm waiting for a full day on a Saturday or Sunday that I'm going to be playing all day to do the cam loyalty. So I don't want to pop that right now. So I'll just hold on to that for now. Should be getting close. Getting close to the guys I want to fight. I want to fight these guys. I want the groups that are better than these guys. These guys are not good enough. Still not good enough. Still not good enough. Still not good enough. Down at the bottom of this hill is the one I want. Right at the bottom of this hill. Right here. That's the nope, that's not the group I want either. Shoot. I here we go. This is the group, right? Okay, so this is it. Alright, so we're gonna pop our 200% experience buff. It is 5:14. So let us update our tracker here. So we're starting this XP run at 5:14. 200% XP buff, popped it. All right, let's do this. About to be sad as hell. Which pets I got out? Nope, not the combat ones. Like, I hope you enjoyed that attack you got on me for free, because you ain't gonna get another one of those. Nothing special's dropped so far. Don't really expect anything special drop. I don't get very good loot drops here. But we are gonna get a capper stone for doing this, and so that's a guaranteed free capper stone. So we're gonna definitely take advantage of that. Other than that, the rest of the stuff here is just this mode most. But I'm pretty sure that where I'm wanting to go to the poly forest to grind is going to be camped. Especially with it being the weekend, that's a better experience place. It's only a 1% more experienced place than this place or some other places I like to play at. But, and actually, honestly, I've been really stuck on doing some areas that don't even have Marnie stones. For loot, XP, and money. It just seems better. According to my spreadsheet, it is actually better. Or it's the same or better. Um, we'll see how this pans out this time. But honestly, I'd rather get more greens to go to my fairy right now because I'm trying to level my fairy up, then the extra 1% XP. The XP's nice, but the 1% is just not, it's not enough to make it where I'm going to go to one place over the other place because of that, you know. I'm at a point now where it's like, okay, I need gear, you know, I need to do XYZ, and XYZ is more important than the experience, which is important, but it's just, it's so slow to come anyways. Like all this grinding we're gonna do for this whole hour for this XP buff might get me 1 or 2% XP, so it's really not a big deal. And then the Marnie stones, they're like, there's 10 of them for this area, so maybe that's 1%. If I do all the Marnie stones, it's like maybe like 1%. It's that bad, you know. I'm really sad that the game developers are not looking at the fact that you know, the people who plan the game are playing the game, and so they're giving out like, they gave out pets to people who have started playing the game or just came back to the game. So if you come back to the game, you get a free pet just for logging in, and I think that that's BS. You know, I think that us guys who've been playing this game and don't stop playing the game should be rewarded just as much as people that want to come back. You know, it's just makes you want to not play the game or have two accounts, play on one account and then log the other account on. They get the free stuff and they don't play no more. Just keep getting the free stuff, you know, and not it just it's not good. But I also know that if I'm playing the game, I want to be playing my main guy. I don't want to be playing multiple accounts. It's just too much work. This is gonna be my last chance to stream for uh, a week and a half or so because I have to go out of town. So I'll be on my laptop. I'll still be playing, but I won't be streaming. So. Okay, let's see. Just need to bring up this other screen real fast, like. Kind of important to be able to see what's going on both screens. So I was playing earlier, and I was at the Soldier's Grave, which is an area that most people don't even go to. And this guy flagged on me. He turned red as red and jumped on me. And I noticed right away that I don't know what level he was, but he thought he was bad to the bone, and he didn't do any damage to me. So I killed him. And he switched servers. I was like, huh, imagine that. Oh, I heard the noise. Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh man, this is the part I hate. There he is. I think I got him. Yep. So, you may or may not have heard that noise, but it makes like a ring sound. You really gotta listen for it. When you hear that noise, that means that the little dude spawned. He's like a little thief. You gotta kill him. Well, like I said, I might make a whole whopping 2% out of all this. But for 40 Marnie Stones, you get like some good shit, so definitely making sure I knock my Marnie Stones out, so might as well do it now. Get it over with. We're already 2 of 8 on I thought about 10. Oh, 2, 8, 10, yeah. So we've already done 2, and we still have 47 minutes. So it looks like maybe like every 5 minutes I'm averaging one, maybe something like that. I don't know. gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do my keep buying smart controller now because I want to start using it. $880,000 for that item. Like I said, I'm basically gonna just run this guy through until the XP is up, it's gone, and go from there. Unless I run out of Marnie Stones. If my Marnie Stones all fill up, I'll go grab more just because there's no point in grinding on guys if you're not getting the credit for the Marnie Stones. So far it looks like I'm at 2 of 8, almost done with that one, so yep, done that one, so 3 Marnie Stones down. I'm already down 3 Marnie Stones. 44 minutes on the buff. It's averaging 5 minutes of Marnie Stone. Not bad, not bad at all. Just tearing these guys up. And I think I have enough capper stones now to go to the next level. Pretty close anyways. 210 or 211 is what I need, so. Got a black star weapon, so I can't go up on that, so. Got a tri black star, which is equal to a pen Zarka. So if I start getting brave and start to go for attempt on this Joker, which I'm not gonna do anytime soon, but if I do, if I get pen on this is equal to maxing out your Zarka basically. watched a video yesterday of some speed hackers, and the guys were trying to combat them, but they couldn't kill them because they healed so fast because they were doing the speed hacks. And what they ended up doing was grabbing them, and then the mobs killed them. So they would grab them and let the mobs. It worked though. So this game is based off the fact that the more faster your frame rate is, the faster your moves are. So you actually have an advantage if you have 144 hertz monitor and a video card that can run it. You're at a total advantage in this game. You'll get more moves per second. You know, more moves will go off. And the speed hackers have figured out how to make it do it like that. So. Looking pretty good though. We're already 4 of them done. Might have to pause for a minute, and break some of his gear down. Ah, we're fine. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Looking really good now. Let's see. Didn't quite get them all. Wasn't quite in there good enough. It's about to be nighttime though, so I'm gonna get some extra experience for these guys. They hit a little bit harder at nighttime, but you get a lot more experience. And, well, they're hitting a little harder don't really make a difference. There it goes right there. Boom. I have to make sure I put a note on my thing that not only do I have a 200% experience rate going on during this run, but it went nighttime during the run also. Or at least half of it, because it's 30 minutes. We're 30 minutes in right now. Got 136 skill points. I need to figure out when I put those at soon. Pause for just a little bit longer so I get a little bit more of that loot picked up. Still going good. We slowing down. Let me see. We're at 5 of 5. Made the 30-minute mark. Halfway through there. It's about right. So we're at 28, so we got 1% so far. So like I said, basically 2% per hour. Pretty close to what I said. So. Sure do miss the days where I was leveling a couple levels a day. Now it's like, shh, good luck. A week later, still leveling. I have yet to hit 61. 61, I get a huge upgrade though. I get a ring that has crazy stats on there. It's a huge upgrade. Once I hit 61, I can also craft a second ring. Been saving up they have these things called YOLO fragments and saving them up, and I'll be able to use those to work towards crafting another piece of gear. This is a very quick moving character, so she can get around. I would say just Pets would just move as fast as she does. Now, I had recycled my fairy and got a new fairy, and the fairy's first thing they got at level 10 was weight reduction. So I was like, yay, yay, yay for me. That's like the best one. Um, I didn't know at the time. I thought I had a good fairy before, but my fairy sucked at before. This fairy though is amazing. It has the weight reduction for my first thing I got, and we'll see what we get for the next one. But after looking everything up and stuff, I'm looking for weight reduction, um, revive without a XP life on one death. That would be amazing to have. Those are top two I think I want. I wouldn't even mind having the light, the light that they give out, be able to have the light on all the time. That would be pretty damn nice, I think. Um, Basically, if you get the weight one and you get the other one, you're pretty set. That was pretty much the main things you wanted anyways. The health potion thing, I don't play a character that needs health potions, so it never ever really would benefit me. None of the characters I play really have health potion issues. I usually have pretty good. I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff with most of my guys. Especially when you're grinding, sustainment on my grinding characters is pretty damn nice. That big sparkle is like probably I think it's the most damage move you do, so. Oh man. Got too fast that time I went through my. Where we sit now? We're at 24 minutes and oh, we're right on schedule. Pretty sure we're gonna be like right at the cusp. It's gonna be like whoa. So we have 3 left to do, and we have 23 minutes to do them in. So yeah, we're gonna have extra. Experience-wise, we're at 2% right now, so we are doing better than what I thought. Also, we have an XP buff going. Oh, I forgot to mention, there is a 300% XP buff on the server going right now. So we got 200 for ourselves and 300 for the server. And I totally forgot about that. So that's 500% experience going right now. Let's use a damn scroll. Use a scroll, you get 3, 4, 5,000. That's damn good right there. So I gotta make sure I add into my notes. There was 500% experience going here when I did this one. I haven't got no capper stones though, other than, you know, I know I'm guaranteed one for turning the quest in. Which, by the way, it's 5:52. I need to go turn that M quest in. So we're gonna take a pause. Just seen that timer. So 6 o'clock. This is gonna take away from our filling the Marnie stone up pretty much, but that's okay. We'll just work our way back this way. It's working against us big time. But we'll get these turned in real fast, like so that we have the Marnie stone. It gives us 2 attempts for Marnie stones.
Everything has gone wrong.
There's the first one.
To see this kind of change. White ash is eating away my kind's rationality. They've gone as far as attacking me. The reason my kind is not moving.
So we got that done. We're just gonna work our way back to where we were at. And stuff when we're out. It isn't quite as fast because the density isn't the same, but we're still gonna do it this way. looks kind of like this button. So we got 19 minutes left. And 5 minutes on the server. Our guildmate's at 25. I don't know what she's doing. She must have made a new character. Alright, now we're back to where we started out at. She had 26. She must be getting power level. Alright, stone's full. We got 2 left. And we have 18 minutes to go. So, yeah, we're going to be done with those easy enough. What we'll probably do is, right before the server money. I'm sorry that your computer is not working there, Anthony. You have to figure your budget out. Nothing else. It's getting close to the end of the year. Tax returns always come up, you know. You tell me what your budget is, I can tell you what we can do. My son can play this game on his computer, and his computer cost like $200 or $300, I think it was. It was a used computer, and it had an i7 in it, and it was like a HP with the i7 and an SSD in there. And what we did was we bought a 1060 video card. It's called a low profile video card, and it doesn't use hardly any power, and it doesn't have any extra power plugins for it, and it lets him play this game just fine. Gets a little warm. I would say it gets a little warm, but you can't tell the difference. He gets 40, 50 frames per second, and you can't see any difference on it. And he can run it in medium graphics, but I turned it down to lower graphics so that he would get more frames per second, so that he could get more. Remember, I said frames per second changes based off of your moves or go faster based off your frames per second. So I changed his graphics to a little lower setting to get him more frames, but you can't really tell the difference between the two settings I put him on, so it's the same. But like I said, you know, tax time's coming up, you know, and so maybe you do something like that, or maybe I didn't try running the game on his computer without the video card because it comes with like an onboard video card. I didn't try it. I knew that that he was gonna need a video card for the games he wanted to play, so we got the little 1060. But I want to say that the total cost for that computer was maybe $500, maybe. I'd have to really look it up. But at the same time, you could build an AMD system, which is what I'm doing for myself, and you spend a little bit more, but you get like a lot more out of it, you know. So it costs a little bit more, but you get a lot more out of it, you know. I know Jared wants to build him a new system too. Um, so he's going from an Intel system to an AMD system. So when you do that, basically you have to get a new motherboard, new CPU, and usually new RAM too, because it's the wrong kind, wrong speeds, you know. So, but this is my favorite game of all of my games, and I can't tell you how excited I am to hit 61 when I do hit it. I went from, I think I started at 27% today, and I'm at 29%, and so, but there's an XP buff going on right now. They got an event going on. So if you click up here where the little thing is, it tells you that there's 300% combat experience going for the weekend. And so I've got a 200% buff and the 300% buff. So I'm getting 500 right now. Oh, that. So there's that. And then weight wise, because I got the new thing for the ferry, it's going amazing. Which another thing is, when you do get to play again, that's one of the things you need to focus on is the ferry, man. The ferry is huge. Um, I got my ferry to level. I got a new ferry, and got him to level 10. And when I unlocked his, when you get to 10, 20, and 30, because I've got tier 3 ferry. When you get to 10, 20, and 30, and you unlock it, you get stuff for it. And it gives you like a move or whatever, right? And there's like a list of moves you can get from your furry. And I got one of the best moves, and the second to highest rank you can get for the tier that my furry is. So it's really, really good. So basically, it was like the second to the best move you can get for my guy. Yeah, and I don't recommend, you know, um, I don't normally recommend laptops because they're you can't upgrade a laptop. So if you get a desktop, you can upgrade it later on. So if it's like needs a better CPU or whatever, you can upgrade it. And AMD is huge about backwards support for their systems. So if you get an AMD system, they're 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 you can get the an AMD motherboard for the old ones and put the new chips on there right now still to this day. They're not quite as efficient, but the speed is like you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference, honestly. Like there's a difference, but like only on a benchmark. For a regular user, you won't even see the difference. It looks the same. I don't know if there's any like the Intel systems I'm talking about are i7 systems. They're HP systems and their motherboards are inexpensive motherboards, you know, but they have SSDs, which is that's a huge performance factor for load times and other things, you know, for the operating system and everything else. So an SSD is important. But I want to say Gabriel's system came with like 16 or 32 gigs of RAM, and it had an SSD in it, had an i7 in it, and all that was like 279 or $300 or something like that. And then the video card was like 100 something bucks. I have to look it up, you know. I could look it up after this and see what it was, but businesses always get rid of their systems like that all the time. They lease them, and then after the lease is up, they give it back to the vendors, and the vendors sell them used. They'll just refurbish them. They'll wipe the hard drives, put a brand new image of Windows 10 on them, which by the way, Windows 10 is worth 189 bucks, and they put that on there. So you have a Windows 10 image on there, professional, and they sell them for just a little bit more than that, you know, because they're just trying to get some of their money back. But they get the most of their money when they lease it. They were charging more than 3 or 4 of those computers cost when they leased it to the companies, because lots of companies are not allowed to buy things. Yeah, my laptop is a gaming laptop, but it gets hot. It gets very hot. So, and it's loud. So that's the thing is, you know, if you're going to use a gaming laptop, it's going to have really big fans on there. It's going to get loud. It's going to get hot, and it's going to suck a lot of stuff in. So you're going to have to keep it clean. I prefer my desktop anyways. Laptop has a smaller screen. My monitor is a bigger screen. It's more inexpensive to buy a bigger monitor, you know, so. But on a side note, I found a sweet spot to grind that you would be able to grind like no tomorrow, man. And it isn't quite as much experience as this is, but the money is about the same, if not better. And it has lots of drops, so if you do have a ferry and you want to level your ferry up, you can do it. It's called Soldier's Grave, and it's not very many people go there, so it's like not very farmed. Although I'm very lucky that there's not been nobody came here where I'm at right now. Been very lucky. Marnie Stone wise, this Marnie Stone's about to be full, so we are going to. We got 8 minutes on this buff. We're gonna start working our way back towards the quest. This way I'm going. It's kind of a shortcut. That was the end of the Marnie Stones. Are all full. So I filled up 10 Marnie Stones in that XP buff, which was an hour long. And this guy right here is the guy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to disconnect, character selection, yes, and then we're gonna go right back in, go into character selection, lets it reset. That tells it that hey, it's a new day, and that guy has a quest for me now. And then when I come back, we'll have 3 quests for me. We'll grab those 3 quests, come back in, and go ahead and finish those up while we're here, so that I get double, double. I'll get double capper stones. So I already got 1 capper stone. I turned that in like seriously like 5 minutes ago. So now when I talk to this guy, he should have. There they are.
It breaks my heart to see this
Grab
kind of
it.
change.
Grab it.
The white ash is
Grab
eating
it.
away my kind's
And now I have to kill basically 2 Marnie stones worth of these guys. So you see the counter going now. I've also got a spreadsheet for this, so when I get done, I'm going to calculate what we got out of this so I can see how much XP it got and how much we could have done. In 1 hour, we definitely could have done. I'm thinking we could have done, shoot, 12 Marnie stones maybe? Wasn't sure, and I don't want to get too many extra ones. So I didn't do it, but I really wish I'd have got extra ones. Wrong way? I don't think something was. Yep, that's right. Yep. Got 5 minutes on our XP timer, so I'm just trying to maximize that 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 5 minutes. I definitely can kill 250 of these guys because that's what I've been averaging. So see how well I do. That was with me wasting the time to go twice as you turn in. So twice I stopped doing fighting to go and Good though. Just wish I had faster pets to pick this stuff up. So we're at the 200 mark. And we have 3 minutes left. We're doing good. I might be able to do the whole damn thing. Let's see. Be pretty damn sweet. Just rolling right through them. Alright, we got 2 minutes still on the buff, so we're still doing good. Oh, the timer's on that one. 1 minute. Still 1 minute. So it's a minute, some change is what it is, because it goes when it goes below 1 minute, it starts counting down. Mm, 12 seconds. And timer's up. So, this point on, we gotta kill just 200 of these guys. So, maybe like a couple of minutes, 3 minutes. Let's see, we got. What we got? What we got? 100 more? 500, 600 is doable. We could definitely work something out. I'll look. Because if nothing else, you could always do a pre-made system. Do you have a monitor by any chance? They're inexpensive anyways, but go with the desktop. The desktops I'm talking about come with everything you need except for a monitor. Then again, we could always put some together too, for that matter, you know. I could go inexpensive. Go with they have some new AMD processors. I didn't even look at the ones, the inexpensive ones, but they have some inexpensive ones. I can look at those and see how they are priced, you know, on their price points. And the cool thing is if you go with one of those inexpensive AMD processors, and then like later on you're ready for a better one, you just gotta pull the processor out and switch it out with the other one, which takes like seriously like 10 minutes. And then you're like, okay. Monitors cost like inexpensive ones cost between $60 to $100, and they're small. Or you can plug it into a TV even for that matter. So you have DisplayPort, HDMI, and DVI are plug-in sources that you can use for your different video cards. I gotta look at Gabriel's and see what kind of plug-in it has on the back of it, but I know it has HDMI on it for sure. And so technically speaking, you could go into an HDMI TV if you wanted to even. If you don't have a monitor, you can just use a TV. It's not the same, it's not as pretty, the picture is not as clear as it is if you use a real monitor, but it's like, it's negligible. And we're talking about like $60 to $70 later on, you know, for a better monitor. Okay, so we are officially done with this part. Look at these guys, and look at the timer, 6:19. So wasn't trying to kill the guys, they're just in the way. Okay, just want to put that out. They're in the way. Those guys weren't in the way. I just killed them just because I was a jerk. All right, so let's turn these in.
Everything has gone wrong. It breaks my heart to see this kind of change. White ash is eating away my kind's rationality. They've gone as far
Really,
as
dude?
attacking me.
Yep. How'd that feel? Okay, so we got we went to 6:20. So we had an hour and 5 minutes. We went from 27 to 30.5. 3, 5, 6, and that's not counting the Marnie stones. We did 10 Marnie stones. 10 Marnie. And 300 plus 200 XP. Is the time. Okay, so we got 3% so far. It's going to go up more here in a minute when we get to the Marnie stone. So we're going to click this little button right here. Click on Marnie. And then we are going to this one. Press the T button, auto run there. Hit the speed button, and while we're running there, we'll look and see what else we got while we're running this. We're not buying anything else, so we can look. So we got we got tap capture zones. But that's from doing the quest, so I'm not putting them on my log. But we did get 7 dust. We got 5550 on trash. We got sorry. No gold bars for that. We got 1 life stone, I want to say. I'm looking for it. Oh man, I'm glad that bell got to pop after I'm done. That's some BS right there, man. That could have been an extra 100%. I want to say there was 1. I see it's the top right corner there. 1 guardian stone. It's a guardian, not a life stone. Sorry. Voodoo dolls. We got 2 of those. Weapon stones. We got 13 of those. Forest breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7 greens, and we got 1 plus 1. And then forest breath. What are those? Those are 4 stew things. What are these called? Dew of Tranquil Forest. Dew of. I thought I had that marked up there. I don't guess I do. Oh well. No, forest breath. There it is. Maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna put that as a 4. So basically, that's what we got from this. We can calculate the values of this up later on. I just want to put them on there so I can see them. What I got for this run. Um, go ahead and feed the fairy while we're running. So you just click on your items. And then I'm going to have to get my daughter here in a second from church because it's going to be over here in about 5 minutes. So I have to head that way to go get her. But let's turn these in and see what we got. So we're at 30.356. So let's turn these all in.
Great.
1,
Would you
2,
like
3,
to
4.
participate in Marnie's experiment? Would you like to participate
Alright, that was all of
in
those.
Marnie's experiment?
So 30. That gave us like 8, almost 8% for that. So, or I'm sorry, 5%. So, yeah. So we went 30.896. So we got 3.6% and 1 hour. Yes, that's what you have to look forward to, and that's with friggin' buff, man. So yeah, but we did 10 of them, 10 Marnie stones there. So that's 10 Marnie stones. So 10 Marnie stones. We have to do 40 of them for the event. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and grab the I've gotten some polys. Let me see how many I got real fast before I get this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to get 4. I need 6 more.
Great.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And to repair and sell my stuff. So I don't have an XP buff going on right now, so it's not a big deal. I mean the XP buff I get going, it's not gonna hurt anything, so I can run back like this, like I'm running back right now. Let's sell this stuff and repair. Oh yeah, 19. I mean, I didn't take that silver. Hang on. And I'm hoping to play a little bit more when I get back from going and grabbing her, but I also have to pack because I have to go on another trip. So, oh, that's so we're at 19, 146, 698. 1 million of that though was 1 million of that was from the guild funds. Matter of fact, I need to grab that again since we're looking. So go ahead and do that. Let's forget. Alright. We can sell and repair right here real fast. I can see what it gets us up to.
We will have to repair your rusty armor before we have a chat.
6 million. 6 million is not that much, by the way. I was getting more at the soldier's grade, but like I said, all right. So we're repaired. Everything is good to go. All right, so I'm heading back that direction. And with that being said, I'm going to stop my stream so I can go get my daughter. Maybe, maybe not. I'll be back. We'll see. And I'll hot you later. We'll have to get you straight soon, Anthony. All right.